good morning, everyone. I don't really know if it's a good morning. Whew. I'm trying not to cry through all of this. Coffee made. Okay, so this may be a little bit loud with, check this, yeah. I have to turn the RV on to get a little bit of power because I'm low and I need to heat up water for coffee, but we have to leave here in about 30 minutes. We are out on BLM land, and let me get you caught up really quick. Whenever we came back from Mexico and we went to Palm Springs, we stayed at the 1,000 Trails over there, and we came over here to the BLM land afterwards because our 2 weeks was up at 1,000 Trails, and it's been great and stuff where we're at. It's in Southern California, and it's BLM land, so and it's been fine out here. There's a little grocery store nearby and a truck stop where we can actually get some, sorry, I'm trying to get this sugar out of here, where we can get water and gas and propane and the essentials, right, and dump our tanks. And so today is March the 20th, and that's important because all hell is broken loose everywhere with this outbreak that's happening. I came out here to BLM and we've been fine, and now we were hearing about all the closures, all the road closures. There's so many things going on. The situation is fluid. The Canadian borders were just closed. The American borders were just closed to Canadians. I'm assuming that's probably going to happen soon with Mexico as well. We'll see. But things are rapidly changing. California just went on complete lockdown last night. And so, in lockdown meaning they're doing the whole stay-at-home order. So you can still go get groceries, get the essentials, things like that. But it's clearly lockdown. Like, you need to stay put. And people are taking this seriously, which is good. But we're supposed to be going back to 1,000 Trails today. And here's my conundrum and why I'm like all emotional. I'm scared to death to go there. I need to get my stuff together. Okay, so I'm scared to go there because we're putting ourselves right in the middle of a more populated area. It's Palm Springs, and while the infection there has been much lower, it's still a more populated area, right? Where we're at, it's BLM land. There's hardly anybody here. You know, we're supposed to stay away from everybody. The dogs can run out here. We can actually go out and walk more out here because there's nobody here really. And so, I don't know, I feel like we just have a really good thing right now here, and it's better to stay away from people as much as possible. We don't know how long this is going to last. There's so many reports out there that say it could be May, it could be June, it could be August, it could be 12 to 18 months. And that's what makes me nervous. Hold on, I'm going to turn this off. That's what makes me nervous, is the whole 12 to 18 months and staying healthy during that time, making sure that you have cash flow during that time. And yeah, so it makes me nervous. And we're in a really great spot. I also have secured some land from some people that I know that is up north, so when it gets warmer we can go there. But the question is, do we even go to Palm Springs? Do we stay here on BLM land and keep ourselves away from the air? We have to go into town though to get groceries and some dog food because we're out. There's a small grocery store, has some stuff, but if we're going to go into town, we want to go ahead and get groceries at the bigger place because they have more options. If we stay at the 1,000 Trails, we have hookups if we want, which we don't really need, but it's nice. And we have a laundry facility and things like that we can go to. So anyways, just, you know, there's so many things in my mind about, like, what do I do? If I go this way, what happens? If I go this direction, what happens? Meaning, just going to 1,000 Trails versus staying here, and what are the ramifications of that? The other thing is, we could just literally go to that land right now if we wanted to. It's cold there, which is part of the problem, but my friends are saying that I could go stay with them in another area that's not so cold and be fine. So, you know, there's the question, are they going to shut all interstate travel down eventually, or really severely limit it? That, I don't know. You don't know. We never thought we would be where we're at right now. So I feel like everything is kind of on the table. And so I try not to subscribe to the fear that's out there. You know that about me. I just don't do that. But this is quite frankly terrifying, in my opinion. Like, there's just so much going on, and part of it is not necessarily the news and what's happening in the news, or even the statistics and things that they're saying. It's what you're seeing with your own eyes. When you're seeing that cities and states are completely locked down, and they're closing rest areas, and they're closing borders, and they're doing stimulus packages, and they're doing, the National Guard is coming out here in the United States, and they're making makeshift hospitals everywhere. That's terrifying, you know what I mean, when you see that, because you think of what the ramifications are on our species, you know. That means a lot of people are going to be sick, and a lot of people are going to die, and, you know, I don't want that to happen to anybody, and I certainly don't want it to happen to me either. So, anyways, that's why I'm upset and trying to figure all this out. Alright, I need to get some coffee in me, because clearly I cannot continue with this video because I just keep getting upset. So there's nothing really else to say right now, but we are going to at least go down to the grocery. It's 6:25. We were supposed to leave at 6:45 because the grocery opens at 7 o'clock here in town, this little town that we're in. We're going to go there and try to get as much as we can, because I think when we go into the Palm Springs area, especially after California governor ordered lockdown last night, I think that the grocery stores are going to be overrun today. I really wish we had left yesterday, and I didn't, because we had the ability to leave yesterday, but my live stream was happening last night, and I just wanted to make sure the internet connection was really good. Anyways, we have to deal with the grocery store situation today, so I will bring you along with me as much as possible. I'll have my... I probably will not film it with my big camera. I'll probably film it with my phone, because I don't want to be touching my all of that stuff. So I don't really know at this point what I'm going to do. I may film a little bit before I actually put my gloves on, but I am wearing gloves and a mask when I go into the grocery store and everywhere I go, and make sure that we're not touching things. And anyways, you just can't be too careful. And you know what, guys, I mean, here's the thing, I could be terrified and upset about this for no reason. This could all be fine. We could all be blowing this out of proportion. It could all be overblown. It could be, you know, maybe we're taking too many measures, you know what I mean, like, as in the end, we're not going to need it. I don't think you can ever be more prepared, you know, for something like this. There's no over preparation. But I hope that we are. I really do. And I hope that my being terrified and my tears are all for nothing. I really do. So, alright, guys. My stomach is in freaking knots now. I need to meditate and de-stress. So, I was doing fine until I thought about going to Palm Springs today, even though we already had reservations and stuff. So, my goodness, guys. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, we're headed out now. I just talked to Scott for a little bit and kind of told him my concerns and everything.
Ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready. I told him my fears and concerns, and you know, he of course listened, and he's like, well, we'll just come back here if we need to, and maybe we'll just stay a day. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Okay, guys, we just went into the small grocery store that's over here by the BLM land we've been staying on, and they are pretty much wiped out of so many things. They still have a few things here and there, but there's no meat, There's no dairy, there's no eggs, there was some cheese, so we did get some cheese. We looked for bread, which they didn't have. They didn't have any paper products, just nothing. And when we were just there, I don't know, maybe 5 days ago, it had all of that. It was completely stocked. So now we're off to Palm Springs now to go to Walmart, and we need to go to a PetSmart. Hopefully they don't have a run on all of the food there at the pet stores, because I need to feed Lily, and there's just no meat at some of these places. So I could make her food, but if they don't have meat, then I can't make anything for her. So I don't know, we'll have to figure this out. She won't starve, that's for sure. There's other things we could do, but you know, they're meat eaters, so let's just hope that there's food at the pet store. People need to stop hoarding food, because this is ridiculous. Like, they're causing the problem. You don't need to have all of this, so please stop hoarding food, people. Alright, I'm stressed. I'm gonna drive now, and we've got a 45-minute drive to Palm Springs, so see you when we get there. Alright guys, we just got out of the grocery store. The Ralph's over here in Palm Springs, there was a line, total line to wait to get into the store. It was open, but there's just so many people. We went to Sprouts instead, which is like a small Whole Foods, and there was no line, and lots of stuff actually, but except meat. No paper products. We'll keep going. We just gotta find dog food now. They had literally the only meat that was left was pork. Lots of pork products. So anyways, alright, we are headed out now. I'll let you know what happens as we get to the pet store. They had a lot of pet food, so I'm hoping that the pet food store has some. So yes, hope the pet food store has some, and if not, we'll just come back here and I can get some dog food for Lily. Alright guys, so update. We went to Sprouts, which I told you about. We got quite a few things there. We went to Walmart. They actually had quite a bit meats too, thankfully. They had a little bit of paper, not paper towels, but toilet paper. The one thing that I loved seeing there is that they are limiting a lot of the foods and the paper products to like the high items that are, you know, going off the shelf to 1 item per person. And so like if you're buying poultry, you get 1 poultry. If you're buying beef, you get 1 beef. So not just 1 meat item, but 1 kind of meat item, which is nice. And then of course the paper products too. So it's good that they're doing that, and we can hopefully fill up the coffers a little bit and have some more food and things available to us during this time. We also just went to PetSmart. You can kind of see it over here. They did actually have quite a bit of food, so I was glad to see that there wasn't this huge overrun on dog food, which is kind of interesting. So what, do people not care about their pets as much? Like, I don't know. I know it sounds weird, but people don't think about those things as much, you know, their pets as much during these times of crisis. So anyways, I was able to get Lily some dog food. She usually eats fresh food. I either make it for her or I buy the Fresh Pet, and she has liked, Scott's dog Doozer eats some kibble, and it's really small even though his dog is huge. But she loves it, and she's always like going into his RV trying to mooch some food. Lily, you mooching? Yes, you're mooching. Lily. She's trying to mooch some treats off of him, or his food, and so I bought some of that food to kind of supplement. I'll mix in with her wet food just until this is kind of all over, because I have very limited space in my refrigerator to buy her Fresh Pet. This way, in case they do run out or they don't have meat, because you know usually I would have meat to purchase to make her food, then I could just supplement with a kibble. So I don't really like that, but it's a good brand. It's the same brand that I used when I went to Alaska, and they had the dehydrated food, so it's really good quality food. It's just kibble, but I don't know, it might be good for her teeth too. Like, she's never eaten kibble. She hates hard food, and she never drinks water, and she goes to Scott's and she eats the kibble and drinks his water over there. She's just a weirdo. Anyway, so I'm exhausted. I haven't even put any of the groceries up yet. I've gone through 4 disposable gloves, like 4 pairs of disposable gloves, going to all these stores, which sucks because I'm on a very limited supply right now. But I just had to do what I had to do, and we wore our masks in there, and I only saw a couple people who had masks, and hardly anybody was wearing gloves. Not even like
winter gloves or anything to help. Like, I'm so shocked at how people are not taking this that seriously. So I don't know, I think they should be. Oh well. Alright guys, we're gonna go to the RV park now, but I just wanted to fill you in on what was happening and what the state of the stores were. Alright guys, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I need to put all this stuff up, so we're gonna head out. I'll put all this up when we get to the park. I'm probably gonna take a nap, I'm exhausted. Okay, bye. Well, hello my friends. I thought I'd get on here and give you an update about what's going on. I know a moment ago you saw that I was extremely upset and crying, and that was just my way of handling everything that was going on. I'm usually like a very strong, you know, individual, but this stuff has gotten me like a ton of anxiety, and so it's not that I'm not a strong person, it's just that it was everything coming at me at once and trying to figure out like what to do during all of the situation. So I'm actually gonna come over here and sit down, I think. It was literally trying to figure out what we should do during this time because so many things were changing at once. So there were just so many things changing at once, and I literally